Like, this is the most exciting continent over the next 20 years.
We can actually create the future we want.
The environment that we've been brought into is incredible.
The KOMESHO gathering is about human connection.
There is something really powerful about seeing this sort of extreme example of a creative entrepreneur.
Within the first couple of hours of being here, I realized that there are so many people that know so many things about so many things I don't know about.
KOMESHO in Oshiwambo means moving forward, looking into the future. And the conversations we have witnessed here by these creative entrepreneurs, investors, and ecosystem builders is something that will lead us into the future we want, we need, something that's not given to us, but something that we help to shape.
Because a number of the discussions we've had were really not just looking at making financial difference or economic impact, but also socially. And reinforcing that spirit of hope and the possibility of mankind's ability to kind of reinvent, I think was something that I really appreciated about this weekend.
I guess this is cliche, but but yes, Africa is the future.
It has the critical mass of young people who are emerging and entering the workforce, and so there's both a huge opportunity but also a risk, right?
I really believe, if the right resources are given to African entrepreneurs and the right opportunities, that they really can, create wonders.
If we don't develop Africa, if we don't develop its industries and its sort of sense of self-worth, there could be a lot of negative externalities. But on the other side, if we do, it could be the next beacon of growth and ultimately really sort of rise on the global stage. I'm incredibly grateful to the Goethe-Institut and all of the partners that helped put this together.
I do believe that Africans need to start looking at Africans ourselves and not just looking at the outside to provide us with resources. I think we do need to start thinking about how we can create sustainable solutions ourselves and possibly provide that to the rest of the world.
There's a lot that's going to come out of Africa, a lot of solutions for the world, not just Africa itself, that's going to come out of Africa.
Many other markets, you have a plan B. You can rely on postal service, you can rely on a check in the US. Africa doesn't have that, but it does mean that you can actually leapfrog technologies, and that means for entrepreneurs it's an incredible opportunity.
All of us want to see something spectacular in the future, and I think our part is, if you're building products, I guess you're in a fortunate position in that you can actually build what you want to use yourself and what you see adding true value in the future. So I think, at least in our business, we've migrated from building utility products to building stuff that actually adds long-term value.
It's incredible how the Goethe-Institut has brought such diverse people to such a beautiful location and created such a fluid way for us to engage with each other. The conversations have been fantastic, eye-opening, and we've really met people that you would never have met otherwise. The continent has always suffered from a lag in technology and education and culture from the rest of the world. And now we have this opportunity that the internet is giving us the same access to the same information as everybody else in the world. And we have a deep hunger here in Africa to create, get better, and to play in the global market. So I think as an African and being in Africa is really a very exciting time at the moment.
The future that I want, well, to be a role model in my community, to inspire young and upcoming creatives to take the lead and not be afraid to break boundaries.
A future that I think we all want is an equitable future, filled with great ideas, filled with inspiring stories, great African entrepreneurs building the future for this continent. And I feel very, very lucky to have a small role in that. And it's a future that I'm really excited about.
The future that I want is for people from a young age already to start learning what their natural talents are, finding ways to create value to do that, and exchanging that value for money to support more people.
I want a future where there is equality of opportunity and where economics don't ultimately limit individuals' ability for self-actualization.
The world we live in, it took about 40 years for the kind of economy to evolve the way it does now. And it's going to take another 20 years to kind of radically change. How can we do that in a much more inclusive way, And how can we change our education systems to include young people from all different socioeconomic backgrounds and to really help them to give them the challenge and the support so that they can sort of achieve their potential? Because I don't think we have any idea what kind of things they're going to create in the next 5, 10, 15 years.
Because if we don't create a nurturing environment that allows ideas to formalize and to get to market, but also once they're in market, to be sustained and to grow and to expand beyond the immediate markets, we're not going to grow this continent.
And you're going to see such, incredible creative entrepreneurship happen. And it's because capital is finding its way into every part of this continent. And so if you're an entrepreneur and you're thinking about building in some part of the world, I invite you to come and think about being part of the incredible narrative that's going to be built in this continent.